Disney's Pixar's Fidget. In the year of 2003, a baby was born. A baby with special powers. Her adoptive parents called her Fidget because she would use her magic to spin around. In the year of 2017, the parents wanted her to fit in with other children. Fidget Light Spinner tried to fit in, but her powers were a bit too much and she almost started to float in the classroom. The teacher phoned her mother about the incident in the classroom. Fidget's adoptive mother took her home and spoke with her about hiding her powers from the world, but the young girl tried to confront her adoptive mother about hiding her secrets. She also told her that being normal would having a feeling of being boring and empty for someone who lives in a world with no magic. Early on during the day, the school social worker stopped by and asked Fidget a few questions. The young girl snapped at her adoptive mother, asking her mother why would she call for a social worker. Fidget was so mad that she stormed off into her room and slammed the door behind her that night. Fidget's adoptive mother came into the room explaining to her that she will be going to a party and that she won't be home until 12 a.m. The almost teenager nodded as her mother left the house. That night, her mother returned home. She was feeling deeply sad. She sat down next to the girl as she told her that her father passed away from getting into a car wreck because he was so sick that he didn't know where he was going anymore. This made the 12-year-old girl cry hard. The following morning, Fidget's mom went to her husband's grave and kneeled down talking with the tomb as she said, "Honey, I really need your help. Our sweetheart's powers are getting out of hand. Since you are gone, I don't know who will help her because I know no magic." Then she got up to leave. That afternoon, Fidget was sitting with her 6-year-old little brother watching cartoons. Fidget's mom came into the living room asking her daughter why wasn't she at the graveyard. Fidget then told her that she was watching her little brother. This made her mother snap, but the brave girl snapped back. Fidget's mom then walked away to calm down. 5 years passed, and Fidget is now a 14-year-old girl. Her brother is now 10 years old. It was morning when Fidget went outside to visit her father's tombstone. She fell to her knees and began to cry. "How come I'm the only girl that can possess magic?" She cried as tears fell from her cheeks. Suddenly she hears a familiar voice that she hadn't heard in 5 years. It was her adoptive father as a ghost. He began to explain to her that he loves her deeply and she shouldn't be ashamed of her powers. Then, he faded. Fidget runs inside the house. That evening before sundown, Fidget's adoptive mother buys Fidget a baby black lab who they named Puppy. Fidget then faints after finding out that she has a dog for the first time. Their mother tells them that the dog is only a baby and he has no family to go to. Fidget's younger brother Fetcher comes outside to annoy his big adoptive sister Fidget. Meanwhile, the two siblings begin to talk. Fetcher goes into the backyard and pulls a lever. He spots a dragon after the door in the tree opens. He finds an old key somewhere outside as he passes it to Fidget. Fidget feels like she is connected to something as she opens the next door. Fetcher then asks his older sister why is he holding Puppy. She then explains that Puppy likes to wander and eat up random stuff as she puts a hand on her adoptive little brother's shoulder. Fidget and Fetcher both walk into the forest. As they are walking, Fidget spots an elf running past them. She looks at Fetcher and tells him that he was right about everything. She begins to explain to him that she remembers what her adoptive father told her before he died. He will become an elf after death. Fidget started to feel a strange feeling as she started walking. Yellow eyes were staring at the two siblings. Fidget got her magic ready as lightning sparks come shooting out of her hands, hitting the wolves. Dogs began to bark as Fidget and her adoptive brother started running. When Fidget and her brother make it home, their mother is waiting, feeling very disappointed. Fidget's mother then yells at her, asking her why did she leave home without leaving a note. "Mom, I saw something," starts Fidget as she begins to explain. But before she could finish, her adoptive mother slaps her hard, telling her that her father told her ridiculous, silly stories. Fidget snaps back, telling her that they're not stories. Fidget then runs off into the forest where she is being chased by her adoptive mother. Her adoptive mother tells her that she doesn't know what is out there. Instead of listening, she goes out there anyways to find the mysterious elf. After running for hours, she finds the elf. The elf was tall, and he had a beard and he wore glasses. Fidget didn't budge after noticing that the elf was light-skinned and not blue. "Are you my daughter? I've been searching for you," says the elf as hugs the confused girl. The elf tells him that his last name is Lightspinner. Fidget begins to cry, telling him that her last name is Lightspinner too. The light-skinned elf pushes her as he laughs in an evil manner. He grabs his staff as fire comes out of it. Fidget begins to cry as the dragon chases after her. Then everything suddenly goes white. Fidget opens her eyes to see that she is back in reality 2021. Her mother and also her 10-year-old little brother are surrounding her bed. Her adoptive mother was holding the black baby lab puppy as the adoptive mother told her that she was finally awake. The confused girl begins to ask her mom what is happening. The young woman tried to soothe Fidget as she then wiped her confused daughter's tears as she tells her that it was just a bad dream, and she has a new member in the family. The end. I hope you like this story. I've worked very hard on it.